it comes in the delivery. I want to ask that same question to you, Lynn. When you think about yourself and how you develop, uh, what would you describe as your poetic style in say three words?
Expressive,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
eclectic, and um, deep.
Okay. When you say expressive, can you elaborate on that just a bit?
I would say probably expressive because I feel that sometimes my poetry say what others are thinking.
Ah, okay. I've got you. Thank you. And it's interesting that you touch on that, how poetry and its relationship to how people connect, right? And communicate, whether we're giving or receiving. I have this question for the both of you. So, Lynn, what is one of your favorite things about sharing your art with others?
Their reaction.
Do you find yourself looking for a particular reaction?
Yes, because I believe that there is a such thing as expectation and reality. I believe that we all could think that
Mm-hmm.
we're the bomb. We all should. You'd be like, yeah, man, my work is dope. But I think it's something different when somebody gives you that same energy or response.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, that was really dope or touching.
Okay.
You may get
Yeah.
a lot of different things from the crowd.
How about you, Justin? Same question.
I'm gonna say making that connection, and it can be made like in different ways. Especially, obviously when you're performing and you in the zone, like you in it, you with a good
Mm-hmm.
crowd, the audience is into it, and they hanging on to every word. There's like
Yeah.
like same as even though it's you performing, it's a conversation, like a back and forth that's happening. Like you giving
Yeah.
it to them, and they giving you the energy right back. But that connection's also made in writing sometimes, where sometimes if you write and you get in the zone and you be like, okay, I know that's gonna hit, or
Mm-hmm.
or you just write something and you might not even want to perform it, but you just write something that you feel close to. You
Yeah.
can make that connection there, and then even after the performance, if someone comes up to you and is like, yo, I really felt that, or I've been thinking the same thing. Any type of connection like that is to
Yeah.
me, like, that's what it's all about.
No doubt. I can dig it. Do either one of you have a poem ready that you might be able to share right now?
All right, I got y'all. Hold on. All right, I'm starting now. Have you ever been accused of doing too much? When you walk into a room, do people instantly gravitate to you? People are attracted to your light, kind of like how bugs are attracted to light bulbs. They just can't look away. All of a sudden, you start to hear people whispering and shit. Then somebody says, who does he or she think she is? I am the shit that is the sugar honey iced tea that you love getting from your favorite fast food place. Don't worry, it's not you, it's them. Jealousy is a hard trait to hide because no matter how hard you try, it always finds a way to make an appearance. As a matter of fact, doing too much is what I specialize in. It's the simple fact that I know that when I arrive, the party is just getting started. I can tell that you have not been happy with yourself a very long time. It is evident that you have not matured enough to understand that it takes a humble soul to realize when the flowers don't grow anymore. Your sunlight has
Mm.
stopped shining and everyone is starting to notice but you. Maybe one day I'll teach you how to do too much and show you why I stomp my feet and clap my hands every time the Lord blesses me.
Mm.
The end.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. That's right. Or you mean sometimes people don't know just how blessed you are, or just how much you appreciate your blessings. And then sort of like that's what energizes you. That's what fuels you, is the kind of life you live. What inspired that piece, Lynn? And thank you for sharing that, by the way.
No problem. For me, and we talked about, this prior, but I think like when you have a big energy or big
Mm-hmm.
personality,
Yeah.
you may have people or heard other people tell people like, oh, they doing too much. And
Mm-hmm.
then, um, or you get the compliment, I wish I could be like you. And at times you have to ask yourself, are they like hating or whatever? But I just know that when people gravitate to you, when you walk in a room, I know for sure the party has just begun. So to me, just thinking of that
Mm-hmm.
is what inspired that.
Okay. Can dig it. I liked, what did you think of that piece, Justin?
Um,
Get your input on it.
I like that piece. It made me think. When you were talking about how like people would tell people like they doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sometimes it's almost like people telling somebody else to turn their light down.
Mm.
It's like people gotta be themselves. People gotta be who they are, no matter how big that might be, or little that might feel somebody else, or
Mm.
how you might, even if it's not your thing, you still gotta let that person be. So I like the perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt.
Thank
She
you.
as he mentioned light. I think you had a line in the beginning, right? Attracted to your light.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
People could be attracted. Mm-hmm. I also like the line where you mentioned humble soul to realize. I forget what you said after that, but humble soul to realize things don't grow no more, something like that.
Yes, I said, it takes a humble soul to realize when the flowers don't grow anymore. And
Mm.
ultimately, like what I mean about that is that um I'm speaking about depression. Like I think that
Oh, okay.
when somebody's depressed, there's
Yeah.
something that part of you is like dying or wilting. And
Yes.
in order to come out of that, whether that may be medication, that may be something that wakes the flowers up again. But I feel like you have to recognize that.
Okay. Yeah. Appreciate that, definitely. And I just thought how deep it was, and that was one of the words you used to describe your style. um, so I think you have a piece for us, right, Justin?
Yeah, I got something for us.
Okay. All right. Do this right.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Let me see. There's something I just wrote that I haven't revisited, so I'm not sure how it's gonna come out, but whatever, we'll see. All
Okay.
right. So this is a Black love poem.
All right.
If you've spent time in America, you're probably under the impression that white people hate Black people. That's not the case. It's actually quite the opposite. White people love everything about Black people, not just our culture, not just our style, not just our dialect, but literally everything Black. Anytime white people want to exhibit their highest form of prestige, from ballrooms to funerals, they're always wearing Black. From football fields to basketball courts, I've never seen white men get more excited about anything like the gleam in their blue-green eyes when they watch sweaty Black men play with big brown balls. White men love objects that are long and Black or brown. What makes a white man feel more superior than when he's riding in the shiniest, blackest, longest limo he can find? Or when he wants to feel like a boss? What makes him feel better than sucking the life out of a thick, long, brown cigar? If only the inhalation could give him a teaspoon of pigment. You might have been taught through subliminal messaging that your Black skin is hated.